say a 1.5.
It's not gonna hurt you to
It's
switch
slightly
it off.
more than that.
Measure all three of them.
But so that thing is.
Well, so far, that little one measures more than,
Got to sell all around the house.
Probably this one is low.
Let me see, I don't know.
yeah, now that's 8.52, almost 9 volts. Well, okay. But why is this one?
Because this one is probably full charge.
The little one is 1.5 volts. Here, see that?
Okay.
And this should be,
This one's not measuring that way. Now it is. It's 1.6.
okay, well, they're both 1.5.
Okay.
Now, that's the other thing, just because it's small, doesn't mean.
Should we pass it
it's less
around and
powerful.
let the rest of them measure?
Yeah. Everybody measure just voltage. You gotta go positive.
You can run that.
Positive is red.
That is what it's
Black.
gonna go here.
Okay, but see here it says positive, and here it says, well, then naturally that has to be
Battery
negative.
charge, okay.
So you touch, here's the
Positive,
negative,
okay.
here's the negative, touch it right there.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay, we got the thing set to voltage, so, no, you touch it right there.
Oh, right here.
Right there. It says 8.51, 8.52.
Now, while we're waiting,
It's almost right.
you have these little battery holders.
See it?
So if you want more volts, you put in more batteries.
I wanted to ask you about that. I used to know when I forgot. It depended on the way they went in. One was for
Yeah, see, it says positive down there.
I'd say durability, and the other one was for power.
9, 1.60, that's close enough to 1.6.
Say again, huh?
It's rated.
Well, I don't know what I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how to put it in words. There was a certain way you line batteries up.
1.5.
Parallel.
Yeah, positive to negative and so on down the line.
So this would be
That's how we used to.
1.5, 1.5, 1.5, equals what?
You're adding them all together? Okay, so you've got 4.5.
I don't know a lot about parallel because I don't use it a lot, but basically they go like this here.
Yeah.
So if you put those in a circuit, we won't go over there. If you want another class, we go class one where you calculate parallel versus that. Or you can have mix. Okay? In other words, you can have something like this.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought,
If it's parallel this way, it adds up.
yeah, but the other way, I thought, instead of increasing the voltage, it just gave you a greater source to draw on.
Right. That's where the Ohm's law comes in, calculating all
Okay.
this out. It gets pretty complicated, so I don't really get into it. So the common knowledge part of it is knowing that parallel, like this here, if you put in more batteries, you're gonna get more volts.
But now,
Most of these are
yeah,
serial.
right. I may be jumping ahead, but if you were using the multimeter to check something and you didn't have a clue as to what, let's say, the voltage was that was going through it, would you start at the higher number and go down to the smaller, or how would
I
you
think
approach
To
that?
some extent, yes.
Okay.
You should have a clue.
I know, but I don't quite often.
I don't think you should be doing this.
You got a point there.
But it does get complicated, and I told you, in the trailers, I've got a major problem, and you do too. Trailer at my house, my camper comes in with 110 volt in there, but now the battery is out, battery's dead, I think I told you. So now none of the lights work. Well, obviously the lights are on the step-down voltage. The lights are at 9
Well,
volts
that's
or
what we
whatever.
found out
Yeah.
on mine.
But the electric plug, if I plug an electric plug in there, I will still get my 110
Yes.
volts.
Yes, you do.
And then you got all kinds of circuit breakers too. And then you got your refrigerator that works off electricity and gas. So if electricity goes out, then it works off of gas. So to some extent, that's why I say you should have a clue. If I don't know something like that, I'm very cautious. I've worked emergency room for years. You name it, and I've seen it. So I tend not to take dangerous steps. So, okay.
I wouldn't mess around with
Did
electricity.
everybody measure there? Okay. Let me, these are kits that are put on the market for hobby people like us, I guess, or to fix stuff and so on. This is a class we gave almost a year ago on a microcomputer, or microcontroller, Arduino kit. And they each come, if anybody wants to get into one with it, some of them only $30, $40. They come with experiments, projects, whatever you want to call them, and they come with all the parts, as far as a label. This is another one here. I have them right a little bit better. This is a microcomputer called Raspberry Pi. They've sold millions of these around the world for kids to learn, and adults too, not just kids, but for the schools too. It's a little computer this big. And you have to put your keyboard on it, you have to connect it to your TV set, and so on. All it is the guts of the computer, so it's good to play with like this here. So, anyway. See, I can figure out how this works. Here's LEDs. Here's little motors. You can connect them, measure stuff as you go around and so on. And it's the nice thing about the LEDs, the chart I gave you, you can measure your milliamps and so on. I thought I brought it, but I don't see it, as usual. You also have these little round batteries. They get smaller and smaller, kind of have in hearing aids.
Okay.
And then they get bigger and they're about this size. So one of the things, because they're flat, they'll work in telescopes, for example. They'll work in various things to drive them, and so on. So you can take one of these and put it on that little thing and it will light up. And it's, if you put too much volt through, it's going to burn out or pop, whichever. So you can start measuring that. The next thing that you want to measure is amperage. You got time to put any current through something. You want to talk about this next class?
Sure.
Okay. We'll talk about the next step, which is amps, not amps. Current, give me the meter back. Here you have, you turn the dial, turn the ball away. You have the amps, okay, you want to measure, and the ohms. So measuring the current, the amps, is a little complicated. Okay, it's not quite as straightforward as just putting the things on. You put them on the same way, but you need a little bit more
Education?
education to put them on in the right place. Well, most of the other stuff, you just put them wherever it is and you'll come up with a plus or minus. So it'll read straightforward. So if you want to measure the ohms of resistance, let's see if we've got time to measure it. I can find it. All these kits come with I can't find it. And they come with alligator clamps, so if you want to measure something, you can clamp it, or you can push a pin into different things. These are resistors. If you look at that chart I gave you, on the common circuit symbol, everybody see it?
Yeah.
Here's resistors. Okay. All resistor means is it's going to push the current. It's going to hold it back. Hold it back. You can't go. Okay. What do they call them on the football team? The guys in the front line.
Called guards, I think, a line.
So anyway, if you look at these,
Yeah, I've seen hundreds of them, didn't know what they were. How do you tell what the color is?
okay.
I guess that's black.
And that's what you're looking at this for. You have bands there. Band
Yeah.
1, band 2, and band 3. You got black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, and white. See? The fourth band equals accuracy. What we talked about here, range, plus or minus 1, okay? The fourth band. The other ones tell you there what that resistor does. And probably on the sheet of paper, if you look at it very close, you know, the one that I've got is a 10K. What is K?
Kilowatts?
1,000 kilometers. So 10 times 1,000, so that'd be 10,000. Ohms is 1/4 ohm. Watt is
Mine's 5%.
5%.
Five percent of what?
And I've got 10 of them.
Of one, so
Here you got 1, 10, 100,
that must be a
1,000,
half percent.
10,000. Ohms. Ohm's law.
They're the same rate.
OHM.
Yeah, they do look.
This says 220 kilo. Ohm.
The other thing I want you to comprehend now, the world that we lived in, our fuses were big. The world that our kids are working in today, electronics anyway, and cell phones, anybody fixing cell phones or anything phone, you're down into this range. But we don't solder the way we did before. Now and that's one of the places where we need to bring our education system up. This is how a doctor works on the eye, the ear, with an operating microscope. You can't do things with your eye. The old days, you might have a little hood on and work, so the things are getting smaller and smaller. So now you need a $60,000 operating scope to do surgery in the eyes or ears, or in my field, which is gynecology, we're using. And so, and the bottom line is, in the school world, they call that a stereo microscope. So now you need to work under scopes. The other thing is in this world too, where we need to start training our young people more, is when you get down here, you're down near the size of some bugs, bacteria. And again, when you get on that side, the bacteria are going to be a lot worse on that electrical circuit than one in your body. Your body's going to eat it up and so on until you get maybe 1 million of them, then you get an abscess or whatever. But in the world, therefore, when you go into an operating room, the doctor's going to have a mask, nothing from the hair can get inside, he's going to have a gown on, he scrubs his fingers and fingernails, doesn't touch anything, they gown him up. And this is the same thing they're doing now in NASA to put that rocket up. It went up today. I don't know if it went up today or not. But I'm saying these places where these scientists are working, they're working in these, I can't think what they call them now.
Sterile, isn't it?
Pardon?
Don't they call it sterile,
Well,
sterile room?
It's sterile, yeah. But they have a standard, A, B, C, D, I think it is. On the, they have to meet a certain standard. The air conditioner has to be different, the lighting has to be different. Everything's got to be totally different to work there. And obviously your